Now, in terms of agentic coding benchmarks, first of all, it's important to note that Anthropic has designed Claude to really max out the software engineering benchmarks. So Claude is actually not designed to do well in other subjects like science or academic research, but it's really good at coding. And so it's no surprise that Anthropic's Claude would perform the best here. However, as you can see, Kimike2 is not far behind. And at least in terms of competitive programming, it even beats Claude by a huge margin. For free right now. So it's just Kimike.com, and here is where you can select K2, and then over here is where you can enable thinking mode. So this is exactly the same as ChatGPT or Grok or any other AI chat interface. I'll probably do a full review video on Kimike2 thinking, but for now, just to show you a really quick example, here, let's feed it a pretty tricky prompt. We have a child diagnosed with this very rare disease with minimal information. Research all current treatments, experimental therapies, and management strategies. Organize everything in a detailed report. So I'm going to turn on web search and thinking, and then click generate. And let's see what that gives us. It first pulls up all these web pages and it's reading through all of them to find the information it needs. All right, afterwards, here is our final report. So notice that I haven't even turned on agent mode or anything. This is just a standard text chat mode. And as you can see, this is a really comprehensive report. So it first starts off with an executive summary, and then it lists out the current FDA-approved treatments. Everything is super detailed and up to date. And then afterwards, here are some experimental and investigational therapies, yada, yada, yada. Again, everything is just very detailed. And then here are some comprehensive management strategies. And then afterwards, here is some prevalence and epidemiological data. So it gives us some stats on this disease. Plus here is a biomarker diagnostic chart. It's able to actually create a table and break down all this information. And then we also have this diagnostic flowchart, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have like this flowchart creation tool. So what it decided to do is actually just code this up using text, which is pretty smart. And then here we have some genetic counseling protocol for families, yada, yada, yada. And then afterwards we have conclusion and future directions, plus it lists the references at the end. So this is a very thorough and comprehensive report. It was able to do this in just a few seconds.